All right, I'm Judge Atkinson here to read your rights and go over your charges. For your rights, you have the right to remain silent. All right, you're here on a charge of violation of bond or protective order 2 or more
Ginger Judge
times within the last 12 months.
This is all Brecken's fault, and it's all fantastic.
Bond is set at $100,000. On that one, do you want to hire your own attorney, ask for court appointed, or wait and make that decision later?
I have what you served yesterday. I did not file. I did not. No, I can't see him right there. No, can you pull him up just with? I'm sorry, sir. Yesterday, I filed with the police officer that my truck was stolen. Okay, and it's being stripped apart in somebody's front yard right now. And I called the tow truck to go over there to look at it. They verified all of these things. All I did was do that. Then I called dispatch 4 times because there's witness next door that the tow truck driver was talking to, telling me that they had taken everything. It's on blocks. The wheels are off of it. My wife was in possession of it, but where she was at and where my EPO order is at, the truck has not been. That's why I was contacted and concerned about it. So then the owner's dealership that still has it GPS'd it to that location. So I sent the tow truck over there, and then I called the cops, reported it stolen. That's what I did. Then I Ubered over there because they told me to come over there and talk to the tow truck driver. Okay, and when I got there, they arrested me saying I was tracking my truck. No, I was not. I was concerned and I reported it stolen. And the whole reason I'm telling you this is because I was not violating the EPO. I also right now have a hearing set up for an EPO amendment. Reason being is because they used the address that my wife was previously at, which was the address that I lived at. And I'm going to get proof of all that. And also the arraignments are taped so they can see when they ask me what address do I live in, do I have somewhere to go, I told them that address. They got it wrong. They used her last address. She was at Friends of the Family, and she has been there, or she was there a week before this ever happened. And then after that, she's not even staying there now. I had no idea she was over there with the truck, but people are taking everything out of it and they're taking it apart. It's being stripped right now in somebody's front yard. So I did everything I thought legally, and they told me to come there. The cops did. And then now they're trying to say that I was not trying to track it. I'm still responsible for paying that truck payment, and I'm still responsible for that vehicle. So it concerned me when they told me that it had not been where it's supposed to be in the last couple of weeks, which made me think, okay, I need to find out what's going on. So that's why I called the dealership. They tracked it, and then I had a tow truck go over there, and then we called the cops, and then they arrested me, saying that I was tracking the vehicle. No, I thought my truck was stolen. I didn't even know my ex was over there. She wasn't over there at the beginning, but then she showed up. And if she's letting him do that still, okay, that's on her. It's messed up. She is in possession of it because we're married, but it's in my name and I'm still responsible for paying for it. So, I mean, it's
Oh my God, take a breath.
just concerned me. My life has been hell right now because I've been having to walk and try to go everywhere without a vehicle. I work in Stanger, Texas. I've been getting to work every day. I've been having to try to stay with friends here and there. And the reason I'm telling you all this, man, I know what it seems like, but if you can lower that bond, please, so I can try to get this worked out and get out. I have that EPO hearing set. I had to put it off a little bit longer because they need 7 days for me to get an indigent attorney. And with not having a vehicle, it's just so hard. I work till 3:30 every day. I needed to be there by 4. On Monday, I wasn't able to get there by 4, so I called and talked to the lady. She knows about all of this as well. And I did report the vehicle stolen yesterday. Like I said, I thought it was stolen, but it's being stripped apart. And there's witnesses to that. Tow truck drivers talking to the neighbor out there for a minute, waiting on the police to show up, and he told me that, or he told them that he saw 2 guys taking everything out of it, all my tools, everything else. So I didn't violate that. And then that's what they told
Sir, I'm not sure I got all that. Can you start from the beginning, please?
me they charged me with, tracking my vehicle.
All right. Along with your charge comes a protective order. Sorry, not protective order. Conditions of bond. They're in effect now. They don't expire until the charge is resolved. Under conditions of bond, you're not to violate any offenses, commit further offenses, timely appear for all future court appearances, Provide written change of address to pretrial services. Their address is on this paperwork. Provide DNA sample. I think they've already gotten that from you. No consumption of alcohol or use or any possession of any illegal drug or controlled substance while you're out on bond. Don't possess or be in control or have access to a firearm. Don't attempt to purchase a firearm. Don't leave the 5 counties around us, Denton, Dallas, Collin, Cook, Grayson, or Tarrant. Have no contact, no communication with a person known as Shannon Williams. And you're to not be within 1,000 feet of her current residence. Currently, that is listed as West Oak Street. Can't go back to that location. Meet with a pretrial supervision officer within 1 business day of being released from jail. So if you're released today, you got to get there tomorrow. Have attached and wear a GPS monitoring device to your person that has to be attached to your person before you're released from jail. GPS tracker at all times moving forward while this charge is pending. Do you have any questions about the conditions of bond?
No, sir, but can you lower the bond so I can get out and go back to work, please?
Yeah, I don't mind looking at all of that one more time.
All I did, like I said, was call the cops because it was stolen. It's being stripped right now in somebody's front yard. And I got word from people that live around, it's a dope house.
Yeah, any action you take in regards to her or your property has to be run through an attorney.
Okay, I'm going to hire one now. I'm tired of this because I can't keep coming back to jail. I won't come back to jail again for this.
If you come back, you're staying with us. I almost set your bond at $250,000. I actually wrote that in the block today, and I've already dropped it down from $250,000. I talked myself down off of that.
Please, sir, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Just because I know the GPS tracker is.
Thanks, Judge.
It was on there. It was checked, but I know it's a smaller concern.
50,000, man. I will do.
That's what I'm looking at.
Please.
Okay, let me read the original. Let me go back and read the original assault. Make sure that's nothing crazy.
No, sir. She said I pushed her, and I didn't do that.
Jimmy Williams. As long as there's no knives or guns in the original assault, I don't mind dropping it down to 50.
I mean, the lowest you can go, man, and I know that's even low, but man, I make $20 an hour, but I work 40 hours a week. I just made 2 bonds. I don't have a place to go, first of all, to live. I don't have a vehicle right now. I'm having to get people to help me, and they are, and I'm going to work still every day.
You talk too much, though. That's one problem.
All right, okay. I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
You had 2 previous assault convictions before this.
I didn't know this guy had it in him. I'm impressed. Judge.
My goodness, we have an issue with putting our hands on people.
No, sir, I don't. There was both no building.
My goodness.
I was the one who was assaulted. Look at my face right here. Here, I'll come up here.
No, this is part of you talking too much.
It got dropped.
Whether it was dropped or not, it's still on your criminal history until you get an attorney to expunge it for you.
I gotta know Bill because she is the one who's physically assaulted.
On all those prior incidents, it's the same victim?
The last 2 to 3, yes.
Then what are you still doing with her for? I'm not a counselor. I'm not supposed to give you marriage advice. But if you're getting thrown in jail because the same person is having the same issues, or you're having the same issues with the same person, like maybe something needs to change here. All right, I'll drop it down to 50, but I do not trust you at all to be a person who complies with orders because you violated allegedly the judge's order 3 times in a row. If you come back, you're staying with me forever. Like I don't, if it takes 3 years for the charge to resolve, it doesn't matter. You're staying with me the whole time. GPS is going
to. Judge, he's doing okay. He did say some stuff or whatever, but he's still he's so soft and he thinks he's being tough right now. It's almost charming. It really is. He should have gone with his first instinct. The 250 was right. Whatever. 50. This guy can't make 50 either. And he did tell me he talks too much. I'm giving him points for the day.
To track you, you're not to be anywhere she is. If you get an alert from mobile monitoring saying you're too close to where she's at. You go by the house, they'll call. I have them on text message. They text me and let me know. I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. You'll be brought back to jail within an hour or two of being where you're not supposed to be. So they don't play games, that GPS tracker. All right, we'll get paperwork completed. We'll get you out the door.
Hey, sir, I've got a question, please. After all this and I get out, when I have my EPO hearing and they pull all the information showing up, those other 3 violations, one was because I called the detective and I told him, hey, they got the wrong address on it, and I got out on a Saturday. I called that Sunday because I found they moved the paperwork. Monday, I also called the courts and let them know about it, and then those were 2 of them. And one was an alleged I don't know what the other one was that he added to it. There were no 3 in a row.
It doesn't matter if you've called and told somebody something. The order's in effect until it's not. You can't go by there.
Amended is what I'm saying. And once all that evidence is in and everything like that, I would have tried to get all this dropped because they took the wrong address. She wasn't even there. She was at a place called Friends of the.
It doesn't matter. You were ordered by a judge not to go to a location, and you allegedly went there. It doesn't matter if it's later changed or amended. At the time, well, currently, you're not allowed to go back to that location. From when that protective order was issued to now to tomorrow until it's modified, you can't go back to that location.
It just sucks because it's like she's not even staying there, and I have nowhere to stay.
All right.
I am not the person I am on paper, man.
Got one more person.
Court is on the record in the state of Ohio and city of Conneaut versus Corey Newsom. Case numbers 19 CRB 266, 18 CRB 293, 16 CRB 435, 16 CRB 397, 15 CRB 405, 14 CRB 180, 14 TRD 1430, 13 TRD 1020, 13 TRD 750, 13 TRD 743, and 13 TRD 707. Mr. Newsom was arrested on bench warrants issued by this court on May 24th, 2024. In all of these cases, as a result of his failure to appear for a hearing scheduled for May 20th, 2024, on a section 2940.
This goes exactly where you think it's going to, and it's fantastic.
7.14C violation hearing. After he was arrested on September 29th, 2025. After he was arrested, I issued an order the following day on September 30th, lifting the bench warrants and warrant blocks. I issued an order on that day basically saying, pursuant to this court's November 29th, 2022 order in these cases, Mr. Newsom was ordered to pay $200 per month commencing on January 1st, 2023, and thereafter no later than the first day of each month thereafter until all fines and costs are paid in full. The court finds that the defendant owes this court $5,485.50 in these cases, and only one payment has been made in the amount of $30 in the calendar year of 2025, that being made on February 27th. On May 3rd, 2023, the court appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent Mr. Newsom at this hearing. The hearing has not taken pursuant to section 2947.14C has not taken place since it was originally scheduled on May 3rd of 2023, either as a result of Mr. Newsom's incarceration or as a result of his just plain failure to appear. I set bond in the amount of $5,000 cash surety 10% to secure his appearance at today's hearing. And I scheduled for today, even though he was just arrested a few days ago. I issued an order yesterday. I did schedule a hearing for today pursuant to section 2947.14C of the revised code. while the public defender's office was previously already scheduled to be in this court. And that hearing again is on his failure to pay the fines in all of these cases. Mr. Newsom is appearing at this hearing by way of video from the Conneaut City Jail. His attorney, Brianna Allen, is in the courtroom. She's appearing at table 1 on the video, and also in the courtroom is Law Director John Lewis, who is appearing at table 2 on the video. This hearing is being recorded utilizing whereby.com. Ms. Allen, I understand that you and your office didn't get much time to prepare for this hearing today, and so I'm just going to ask you point blank, are you prepared to even proceed?
So I've spoken with my client. He's kind of given me the background information of what's been going on this past year and where he's at currently. Currently, he is facing other charges in Ashtabula County. He was supposed to go see Lark. He's intending to go back to Turning Point. He's also been referred to Ohioans with disabilities. For the past 10 or so months, the non-payment has stemmed from either instability due to legal and substance abuse matters, and for a long while he was working at MFG full-time, and he had just gotten an apartment with Catholic Charities, so he was then paying all of those bills. And I just think a whirlwind of events and forgetfulness and substance abuse issues and perfect storm.
I do know he was incarcerated this year, was he not? At some point?
Were you in jail this year?
No, I've been good for the past couple of years, but
Okay, my mistake then.
I just got arrested Monday or Sunday. This is the first time I've been in any trouble. I've not been in jail, no. I had everything going on, like I got in the house, paying the bills and everything like that. It completely slipped my mind. But I'm trying to get help for like my mental disabilities and stuff right now. She broke up with me and left and tried keeping everything except for my tools and my clothing. She still got all the bills and everything in my name, and I'm just going through a rough time right now. I don't even know how to explain it to you. But I need to go. I just talked, when they just let me out Monday because of this stuff that's going on with her, she said I got 7 days to get an assessment done with Florida, because they're gonna put me in some type of classes to where I can either go, I can find a job and go to these classes, or so that way I can go get the help that I need, like mentally and stuff like that. But if there's a way that I can do like community service, like on the weekends or something, to like know that some of this is getting paid.
Why don't you be quiet, Mr. Newsom?
What's that?
Why don't you be quiet? I'm talking to your attorney. Is your client employed?
He was employed at MFG. I believe they were going to give him medical leave to go back to Turning Point.
Who's ordering him to go to Turning Point?
I believe he's facing a telecommunications harassment charge in Ashtabula.
So there are new charges filed against him.
There are.
So has he been arraigned? I mean, where is this referral to treatment coming from?
Was that a condition of your bond? Like they let you out and they said you have 7 days to go to Lark, right?
I got 7 days from Judge DiGiacomo or whoever it was at Ashtabula Municipal Court, but it stemmed from before that, from my girlfriend and from my work, because
Okay, that's all I need.
So the purpose for today's hearing, you need to give me evidence as to reasons why he hasn't been able to pay this court the over $5,000 that you owe this court, and the stack of cases that... Shut up! I don't want to hear your mouth! Shut up! This case was scheduled in 1 day with your public defender, who I appointed 2 years ago to represent you. You haven't been incarcerated for 2 years? Well, then where the hell have you been? Are you prepared to go forward today? Because I'm about ready to take action on Mr. Newsom, because honest to gosh, Whatever I can do to hold him in contempt of court right now, I will do. So, but I understand you're hamstrung by this.
Yes.
And I just scheduled this in one day. So I'm honestly asking you, are you prepared to go forward?
If there's evidence that needs to be collected, no, I am not.
Yeah, I mean, if you read the statute, it requires the presentation of financial information that is required for this court to consider whether there has been a change of circumstances. So, Mr. Lewis, I'm sorry, do you have any position on any of this?
No, Your Honor, I don't. And I do see that the amount that he owes the court has gone up a little bit, actually. So, yeah. No, I don't have anything to add. Thank you.
Where do you live, Mr. Newsom?
I had to go back. I was living it, but I had to go back to my grandmother's house. Just a couple weeks.
It's the last time you worked at MFG.
2.5 months ago. They were trying to let me get all this stuff figured out with her and like with my mental health and the substance abuse, and then they were going to let me come back.
Here's my concern, Mr. Newsom, because if I let you out, which I'm not quite sure I want to do that, but if I let you out, you have I have no trust whatsoever in that you're going to come to court when I tell you to come to court.
I'll come to court. That's one. I've been meeting all my appointments and stuff like that. That's why. And I said something to her. I just called up here within the last 2 months, or within the last few months, and asked them if I had any warrants or any court dates upcoming from you guys. And the people upstairs where you're at said no, I did not. So that was another thing that confused me.
Well, a warrant was issued on all of these cases 2 years
I have to
ago.
go up to Lark and get these assessments and stuff done. I'm not going to be able to. All I have to do is give them the appointment that you give me, and I'll be here to meet it. I just spent the last 1.5 years of my life like putting everything together, and I get it. And things happen, you know what I mean? Sometimes relationships don't work out, man, and I'm just gonna have to rebuild from that. But I give you my word, I'll be here to meet whatever court date you give me. I'm not trying to run from any of this, and I need to get the stuff straightened up with her out there. But she gave me Monday. I have 7 days from Monday to go, so I have to go up to Lark first thing in the morning, so I'm probably not going to make it out there today. Let me out, but whatever court date you give me, I put that on. I give you my word that I'll be here for it.
Okay, we'll schedule this for another hearing in roughly 2 weeks. We will give Mr. Newsom a hearing date. He will be released today on his own recognizance. Yeah, you know, Mr. Newsom, you better get your act together because, I mean, I can't imagine how much money you owe the other courts. I mean, you need to start getting your act together so you can start paying back. Or you want to work community work service and pay your fines and costs off that way? Yeah, but how come you're making that request over 12 years later? I mean, these cases date back to 2013. So, I don't know. I've spoken enough on this. We'll reschedule this, and we'll get it Mr. Newsom a hearing date. We'll notify him before he's released, and if he fails to appear again, we'll just issue another warrant. And I'm just telling you, you fail to appear, I'll issue another warrant. No surprises, Mr. Newsom. Oh, I didn't know. No surprises. You don't come to court, warrant's going to be issued. Warrant will be executed, and when it's executed, you might as well just plan on staying there for a long time. I don't care how long I'm allowed to keep you in our little jail. I'll keep you there for the rest of your life if I could. Understood? Understood?
That's pretty
Yes, sir.
extreme.
Anything further, Mr. Lewis?
No, sir, thank you.
Ms. Allen? Okay, this matter's concluded. Thank you, officer.
Powell's next. Lawrence Powell. This is case number 25F00882. OM, City of Southfield versus Lawrence Powell III.
Gary Rubio for Mr. Powell. He does not want me to represent him.
Okay, well, Mr. Powell.
My name is Lawrence Charles Powell III.
Okay, and so we're here for resisting and obstructing the police for pre-trial. And Ms. Rubio is your lawyer. What do you mean you don't want her to represent you?
Just because my profession wanted something to be involved into the case that I didn't want to come on my professional background. And so I would actually,
What?
due to a conflict of interest that I just have in the council, and also to ensure like the due process of the court and to ensure that there's impartiality, I would also like to request a new prosecutor because when I told her,
Can't do that.
when I told her I wanted a new counsel, she leaned over and spoke to the prosecutor. I don't know what was disclosed.
Sir, I have no control over the prosecutor's office. They're a whole separate thing from the court. I can't do anything about Mr. Rivers. And do you understand it's not unusual for defense lawyers and prosecutors to talk?
I understand that, but when I'm being represented and you suggest something, and I say, I think that's a bad idea on my behalf, and you say you're gonna suggest it anyway, I would just have a counsel.
So I don't even know what you're talking about.
It was something that we discussed prior.
Okay, so you're telling me, because I have to be convinced that I want to do this, and I'm not convinced that I want to release the lawyer yet. So you got to kind of give me, you don't have to tell me specifically, but you're telling me something about,
I worked
You-
as a mechanical engineer.
okay,
She wanted to have,
there's something about how the case was going to go.
Yes.
She wanted to present something and
Yes.
you didn't want her to
I
present.
didn't want her to present it because I didn't want that, and if I was convicted in this case, for that to be reflected on some of my professional background. And so because of that, and because I deal with machinery, heavy machinery, a lot of dangerous, equipment and cranes and stuff like that, if they found me incompetent in any way, that could potentially affect my professional
Oh,
background.
I think I understand.
She
Your
suggested it,
suggestion.
but I didn't want it. She said she's gonna suggest it anyway. I said I didn't come.
Okay, so let me just say this. If it's what I'm thinking it was, she has a duty to bring that up, whether you like it or not. Because the way it works here is everyone, myself, the defense lawyer, the prosecutor, everyone has to feel comfortable that you get everything that's going on, the nature, and understand the nature and the object of these proceedings, that you're able to rationally assist
I understand.
your lawyer and all of that. So if there's anything in your background, if there's anything that she sees or feels that she's having communication trouble with, she's duty bound to bring it up. Sometimes prosecutors bring things up if they see it. Or sometimes the court might bring it up if the court sees it. Now, it could come back totally fine. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I have no idea. But she would be kind of derelict in her duty if she thought she saw something. Because, see, it would be unfair to you to proceed if you didn't understand. I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying,
I completely understand her position. I do understand that she's doing her due process to make sure I get a fair trial. I
right.
understand that. It's just I didn't want that introduced into the court because of my professional background.
Okay.
And because of that, when I suggested that, not that you even bring that up, that I will stand competent for trial or whatever, how we proceed. She said, well, I'm gonna bring that up and then I'm gonna have it thrown before the court. Anyway, I don't want that as my counsel because I don't think that would be the best way for me to proceed forward.
Okay, sir. And I get where you're saying, and I fully understand. You seem like you fully understand what the issue could be with your future.
Yes, ma'am.
I get that. But her job is to make sure that you're covered on this case. that you get it, you understand it, that she's not proceeding with anything that's over your head that you don't understand, that you fully are able to help her defend you if it get to a trial. Maybe it doesn't get to trial, but let's just say it does. And then she's there because she didn't send it with somebody. She's like, oh my goodness, I don't understand what he's mentioning to me. I'm not sure he gets it. Then she's stuck. It's malpractice.
I understand. I understand. Yeah, that's. I've yet to even see a discovery packet for any of this, that what I mean back into.
Well, you're entitled to see a discovery package. That's fair.
But
And you know what? If she sent you, or if we ended up doing that, they would probably ask you about the facts of the case anyway. So, and what you understood about it and anything like that anyway. So, but you're entitled to see that. Did you give discovery?
Yes, I sent it to Council Yard. He did send me, written discovery. I did, request all of the audio and visual discovery, which I have finally downloaded all 24 videos
24.
as of yesterday. There's a lot of video. So, and I have not watched all of it yet. There's a lot of body cam, a
Yeah.
lot of video. So that I haven't watched all of it yet. I will indicate I've spoken to Mr. Powell twice. They have not been easy conversations. Mr. Powell wants to talk about what he wants to talk about. He wants to talk over me. He has his kind of way he wants to do things. I am an attorney. There's kind of a way that things have to be done. And I don't know that Mr. Powell wants to
Follow those rules.
hear that. And I understand that because he's the one accused of the crime. So he's concerned about the things he's concerned about, obviously. But I have to be, and you see kind of now he's raising his hand. I've barely been talking. But the point is, regardless, he doesn't want me to represent him. And I think that's clear. I also think he might do better with a male attorney. I think you're
Right.
already picked up what I was putting.
That's like saying he's gonna do better with a male judge. He
I
ain't getting one.
that I don't know. That I don't know.
The reason why I was offended by her saying my competency level about this case, because she's yet to send me a discovery package. The first time I talked to her was like 2 days ago. We briefly spoke in the hallway about her wanting to add me to a competency. So I feel that she's incompetent to represent it. And that's where we were getting at. And now she's talking about a history, I need a male judge, and she's leaned over, whispered to the prosecutor.
You mean male attorney?
Male attorney, and she leaned over, whispered to the prosecutor immediately after I told her that I wanted to be, I didn't want her to represent me. So I don't know what information she shared with this.
She hasn't shared anything about work product.
For debate, I'm not sure of that. And by due process, I have the right to ask that she do.
Okay, I don't have to do that though.
Okay.
You could ask. I'm trying to understand exactly where this little breakdown is.
Is this it? That's just it. I think that it'd be a conflict of interest for her to represent.
What's the conflict?
Just because we have, it's a conflict between us. We're not agreeing upon certain things.
Okay, but do you understand? You might not agree with any lawyer because you're not a lawyer.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, wait a minute.
I could easily-
You got your own profession
Well,
that you're trained in. These people are trained
understood.
and they go to school for this.
Understood.
And there are rules and processes and procedures that you don't know. So what do you mean she's not competent?
No, I said, she brought up the competency thing about her thinking that I may possibly need to be examined for competency to stand trial.
No.
Okay, and I didn't bring that up in a competency to her until just now, when I said, okay, well,
Are you
I've yet to receive a discovery package.
okay? So let's just say you get you a discovery package and why?
I just don't.
But that's not a good enough reason. I just don't. Sir, we don't have lawyers like that.
I'll
You gonna hire your own? Is that what you're telling me?
and if one can't be publicly appointed to me other than this one, yes, I would have to. because that's,
Well, no, if you have the ability, then you have to pay for it yourself.
I don't have the ability, but I will figure out the ability before I have her represent me. And in the case that we're having a conflict going, that's already something that's putting me on the losing end. If I'm in a conflict with the person who's defending,
I don't know that that puts you on the losing end.
it's just something that feels, it don't feel like.
Because I see this a lot. Defendants don't like what the lawyer is doing. That doesn't mean they're going to lose. It just means that they want to do it their way.
No, it's not even that. It's just the, excuse me. It's not even that. It's just the fact that, like I said, I've yet to receive a discovery packet for these.
Sir, but that's easily remedied. She told you she just got the lion's share of the stuff yesterday.
Yeah, and it's,
And they don't, it's not a package that you can easily give.
you can do to help me with receiving the funds.
I just said, I'm trying to understand whether or not I'm going to grant that or not. And if it's because you don't like the fact that she says you might need a forensic, that's not a good enough reason.
I just don't think it'd be a good thing to have her represent me out of we had a dispute about the way that she represents me. I just don't think I can do that.
Okay, and then what if the next one you dispute?
Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But I know.
Yeah, but we can't, I'm telling you, we can't do this like that. We don't have those resources like that to just keep giving people lawyers.
I'm only asking for another one. I'm gonna ask for multiple. It's just to only be the second person represented.
Okay, and then you're gonna be stuck with whoever you get. If I do it, that's gonna be it. And if they ask for a forensic evaluation of you, then what?
And we'll proceed from there, but
No, then we'll probably be doing it. And then you'll be still mad.
or I will then try to save enough money to seek my own counsel because they wouldn't represent me either.
Okay. Well, sir, I'm just telling you, we don't have a lot of time for you to be, quote, saving up a lot of money. I don't know how much money it costs to retain a lawyer these days, but it's not like $200-300. So, and we don't have months for you to save up either.
Can't imagine that one thing.
Okay. Well, do you want to be released?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. On releases.
This one means something.
Yeah, start filling that out.
Have a great afternoon.
Hold on. Wait for your order.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
You say your failure to appears.
So, Miss Rubio, whenever you get a chance, maybe you could forward, the discovery to whoever, I don't know who it's gonna be. Might be appointed in this matter.
I'll advise, Ms. Grillo.
Yes. To where's Jessica?
Jessica is right here.
Hey, Jess, I need a preacher all day.
Court's available October 15th at 1:30.
October 15th at 1:30. I need to put that on the form that he's filling it too. I write it in the file, October 15th, 1:30. No, give me the form, please. I have to finish checking it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Here's the form. Oh, you got that one. Where's his,
Or Charles had.
yeah,
So, Your Honor, can I ask you a question?
it's not the 6th Circuit, it's the 46th District Court.
One is about.
You don't say you're employed.
Yeah, I'm not listening. Just because he's not gonna listen.
You what?
Not gonna listen.
They won't appoint if he doesn't.
Point me with a
You have to be indigent, sir.
stop.
And you can't afford it.
I can't afford it.
But you have to show you're not working. You just told me you were working. So you got to put down how much you make.
Not working.
You can't lie on the form.
Not working. I'm not currently at work. I'm not currently working.
No, you're not currently because you're standing right
No,
here.
not even that. Not even that. I'm in a probationary process. I'm not working.
Okay.
So I'd like to tell him not cold.
All right. What is it, sir?
In the event that the officers don't show up to this case, will this case be dismissed?
If it goes to trial, then they don't have to come until trial. And they always come. So.
And what's the max penalty for someone?
90 days. Okay, and the last drug test you didn't go to, why is that?
Oh, I had a drug test. Well, I was blood test.
It says here that you reported to them that you were going to testing at AverHealth in Dearborn.
No, I'm only on probation with,
Oh, this ain't yours. This is this. Why is this in his file? Perez Kellum.
Oh, that was
It's in
late.
Mr. Powell's file. And Miss Brillo, do you have a copy for she can give us?
Willow?
She has to know that she needs to read.
They'll give her the, yep.
This? Okay.
Yep. It's a misdemeanor, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is Mr. Rivers.
Yes, I know. I wasn't even thinking. I didn't know it was charged.
She's lost her mind. Okay, so you're all set for today. Okay, failures to appear. Is this it?
Oh, that was fun. I mean, it was excruciating, but it was fun. It was it was fun watching the judge handle that. All three of those clips, top notch. Another top notch performance over here at Vlog Talk with Mike with the balloons. I just had a ton of good material today. Thanks for everybody for helping me out. That was awesome. And that Laura Owens thing, that's why I ended up over here with this, because I was going to do this stream, but then that came at the last minute, and I just had to do the Laura Owens thing because I'm heavily invested in that from all that crazy. All right. Thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate it. I will see y'all soon.